Hello everyone, I'm Cesar and I'm back with another build for Path of Exile. This time is a Hexblast Occultist. So, Hexblast is a skill that deals chaos damage, and it deals more damage when the enemies are cursed. To curse enemies, we are using Blasphemy support. The gem says that supported curse skills apply their curses as auras. So enemies are always cursed when we are near them. This combined with our Ascendancy and Profane Bloom, which makes cursed enemies that we kill explode and they deal damage. This makes the build have very good clear. We have very good clear during maps, right? During things like Expedition, Ritual, Delirium, etc. etc. So that is how the build works. Then I decided to make the build a bit tanky using suppression. I have some suppression on the tree, to the right, here below all this wheel with the mastery, and suppression on gear. Right? Body armor, helmet, gloves, and boots, all of them with suppression. So it's not the easiest to get, but with decent suppression gear you can get 100%, which is very good, right? That is 50% less damage taken for spells, which is very good. Apart from suppression, we have, with everything up, 22k armor, which is not bad as well, and a bit of evasion. That's for the defenses. I decided to not use a shield, so we can use double wands, because wands give us a lot of damage, right? We can get spell damage, crit multi, cast speed, +1 level of gems, of chaos gems. To get the ones, you probably want to do ritual. Sometimes rituals have this thing where they give good spellcaster weapons. I believe they call it well-rolled rares. Basically, you have a higher chance of getting good caster modifiers on your weapons, usually wands or scepters or rune daggers. That is how I got both my wands, both are from ritual. I believe that heist, specifically on the blueprints that give you items, right, weapons, they also have a good chance of being well rolled and having good spellcaster modifiers. Right? So that's how you can get a weapon in SSF specifically. We are using one unique mark of submission, basically, so we have despair on hit. If you don't have the ring, you can link despair to blasphemy support and skip using temporal chains. Also, you might want to use enfeeble instead of temporal chains. It's a matter of preference. We are using a few clusters because they are very good for this build. For a large cluster, you want chaos damage with any notables that give you chaos damage. There are 3 in total. If you have all 3, that's pretty good. 2 is still good, right? Just 20% less chaos damage. Or you're missing 20% increased chaos damage. Then medium clusters, you want crit with pressure points, because that is a very good node. The best second node would be basics of pain. And then 2 small clusters with mana reservation efficiency. This is basically so we can fit Cemetery in our build. If you don't have the mana reservation efficiency clusters, basically you cannot feed Cemetery. So yeah, that is why mana might be a bit of a problem, especially early on, because Hexblast costs a lot of mana, 90 mana in my case. So you might want to use an enduring mana flask, and also you might want to use clarity, right? High level clarity to fix the mana problems. And of course a decent amount of unreserved mana. We're using power charges, so you want to get this wheel, power charges here, here, and here as well, with the ascendancy. Then for leveling, you can actually level with Hexblast. I was using a Tabula, Hexblast, and Blasphemy support linked with Despair, and I was doing very well on the campaign. I believe that you can start using all three, Hexblast, Blasphemy, and a Curse, around level 31, more or less. Before that, you might want to use a Freezing Pulse. That's what I was doing. And the campaign is rather easy. Hexblast does a lot of damage, especially if you have a Tabula. Then, to get the gear, I use Rogue. Basically, Rogue is very good for giving suppression gear. Jewelry as well. Try to get as many resistances as you can, and stats. You want Dexterity, which you can get on your gloves, and Strength, which you can get on your belt, and also the amulet for Strength and Dexterity. The Anoint, Skittering Runes, try to get it, it's very good, gives you a lot of area of effect for your Blasphemy with Temporal Chains, and also some mana reservation efficiency, which is useful. Of course, try to get good L-Reach implicits as well on your helmet, your boots, body armor. You can get Chaos Damage Leech as life on your gloves as an L-Reach implicit. Try to get it, it's very good. Eater of Worlds. It's very good for sustain. And also try to get good flasks. Useful suffixes are armor, crit, cast speed, movement speed, for example. Alright everyone, and yeah, that is the build. It's pretty decent for SSF. We have very good clear and explosions, which are always fun. Thank you very much everyone for watching. Take care. Bye bye.